Let's make natural hair great again. Today's video was inspired by our community and some recent events. We're going to be breaking down the stereotype around natural hair not being soft and glam. Is your natural hair too hard for you to attract that soft life? Is your natural hair deserving of that dream life as a black girl? In today's video, we're going to talk about the stereotype. We're also going to talk about some practical tips for you to live that soft girl life while still maintaining your natural hair. And without further ado, let's get into it. Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. This is Tinuola and right here I share valuable content. If you like the vibe, please consider subscribing down below by clicking on that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. Alright, like I said, today's video was inspired by our community because a while back I asked you guys, questions around stereotypes or video ideas you guys wanted to see. And one of you made mention of natural hair not being soft and glam. This is not new because for a long time, people continuously say natural hair is very hard, it's hard to maintain, it's hard to style in terms of the texture, in terms of the very curly texture, and speaking specifically about type 4 hair in this video. Aside, the texture and how difficult it is for people to maintain their natural hair, people also refer to hardness in terms of the reality, the lifestyle. People have this mindset that natural hair isn't really deserving of soft life. It doesn't match with the soft life aesthetic. It doesn't fit into the luxury, high quality, high end aesthetic. People think natural hair isn't feminine enough to attract a man of value and substance. We also saw, in recent events, a video which was trending about natural hair not being able to attract a high value man or a man of substance, a man of money, a man that can provide you that soft girl reality. And this video was from SheraSeven. That comment was from SheraSeven. And I went to watch the video just to have an idea of what it's about. So in today's video, I'm going to touch briefly on that. But before we get into that, let's talk about natural hair in terms of like the texture and the softness. So the first quarter of this year, I was on a challenge to style just my natural hair. And I did that for 3 months straight in Canada's winter. Okay, that was crazy, but it happened and I don't regret it. In fact, after doing that challenge, it helped me see how easy it is styling and wearing natural hair on a frequent basis. Because for a long time, I haven't gone on a period where I style just my natural hair. But I really love that I put myself on that challenge because I didn't have to care so much about my hair. I didn't have to do too much with my hair, and it worked for me. I did get a couple of compliments, and I realized my life could be so much easier than I thought. I realized that styling natural hair could be so much easier than we've been made to believe. I've also shared a couple of times on this channel about, that experience and, my experience generally with falling in and out of my natural hair journey. Anyway, what I learned from that challenge is when you style your natural hair more frequently and you're not constantly covering it up under weaves or wigs, or you're not constantly braiding it up, when you style your hair more frequently, you get used to it. You overcome this awkward state of, I can't style my hair or my hair doesn't look good on me. You overcome that. You also get used to what you look like with the natural textured, kinky, curly, afro type 4 hair, which is in fact very beautiful. You also begin to see that people are accepting of your hair because you start to get compliments around your hair. Some people will also perceive you as being confident in your hair or looking unique because this is not very common for Black women to style their natural hair. I made a video about natural hair being your pretty privilege, and you guys can check out that video. But a lot of you did agree that you've gotten a couple of compliments from just wearing your natural hair because it's beginning to look like the minority. Black women wearing their natural hair is still, as of today, a minority, which in itself is a problem. And when I tell people to, go on a challenge where they wear their natural hair, just to see how it feels like, to learn how to maintain the hair without it taking over their entire day or their entire week, without stressing so much on it. When I tell people to do that, it's because I want you to get comfortable with your natural hair. I want you to see for yourself if it's going to make your life harder or not. That's not to say do not wear wigs, do not wear waves, do not wear extensions, because I do. And I have no issues with wearing those things. But we need to promote Afro hair to the point where it is so normalized, so mainstream, and it's not really a big deal for Black women to wear their hair. Yes, right now it's a big deal. Right now, when you see Black women wearing their natural hair or Afro hair, sometimes we still get this vibe of, oh wow, you're so confident wearing your natural hair. I wish I was like you. Okay. Why do I have to be confident wearing the hair growing out of my scalp? Look, people still think you need to be an activist, or you need to really, really be that person where you're like power to the people kind of person to be able to wear your natural hair, or to be able to style Afro. We need to break down those stereotypes. Black women should be able to wear their hair without necessarily trying to pass across any sort of message, because it's the hair growing out of their scalp, Charlie. It's the hair growing out of your scalp. It's as simple as that. Black women should be able to embrace their natural hair and wear it in peace. And wear it feeling soft, feeling feminine, because it is feminine. It's very soft. It's beautiful. It is textured. It's different. And the power that the hair holds is a lot of power. Our hair is the only hair that can do so much when you want it to. So we should be able to embrace what we have, which is a beauty, which really complements us. Now, aside that, in terms of maintaining the hair, when you go on this challenge where you have to just, wear your hair anyway, for a couple of maybe days to weeks to months, like I did, you would find a routine that works for you. You will eventually find that routine that is like, okay, I can just spray something in my hair, just comb it out, detangle it, or put it in a bun, or put it in, in a twist, or just style it in a simple way that can last me for a couple of days so that I don't have to constantly style my hair. That's something I learned when I went on that challenge. I got to understand that it doesn't have to be so complex. It doesn't have to take hours for me to style the hair. And I don't always have to style the hair in different ways. I got comfortable with styling my hair in few styles that worked for me, that were very low maintenance. And when I say low maintenance, I don't mean it in a bad way. I don't mean it in a way that it's like, oh, you're so low maintenance that you're not presentable, or you don't look glam. I don't mean it in that way. Afro in itself is glam. When you put on a nice makeup, you put on a nice dress or whatever outfit that looks good on you, and you step out to any event, no one can tell you nothing. No one can tell you nothing with your Afro or with your natural hair. So let's get over these stereotypes. I feel like we've been trying to, break down these stereotypes for a long time, but it just feels like as we take one step forward, we're taking 2 steps back. I also got a comment recently on actually it wasn't that recent, it was like early on this year, on that natural hair topic, and it was like, oh, I don't want to look like Lauryn Hill or Erykah Badu. I don't want to wear my natural hair. I don't want to go around looking like them. First of all, I was confused because those people are successful, beautiful Black women in their locks. Well, what's wrong with looking like them? And if you don't like their style, you don't have to look like them by styling your natural hair, because guess what? Not all natural hairstyles are locks. So it didn't make much sense. I think I just deleted the comments because it was like...
It was just given whatever.
But aside that, people just like to talk about natural hair as if it's going to make your life hard. It's going to make your life more difficult. And that's why I say, you know what? Go on that challenge. Go on a challenge. Style your natural hair for a while. And let's see how hard your life is going to get. Let's see how difficult your life is gonna get. And come back and tell me how difficult your life has been just by styling your natural hair. Come back and tell me all the hate you experienced just by styling your natural hair in 2024. Let's be real here. It's not that hard. In a week, if you put a little bit of time into styling your hair, detangling it, packing it well, using a couple of tools here and there, just very few things, simplifying the entire process of maintaining your hair, you'll love your hair. And the other thing about styling natural hair is not everyone is a stylist. You guys need to understand that. Not everyone is a stylist. And this is something I touched on in my old versus new natural hair movement video. Some people are not good with their hair. That's just what it is. Some people don't have the skill to style their hair. But when it comes to like styling it into like twists or twist outs or doing even something as easy as bantu knots, some people prefer to go to hairstylists. And I totally encourage that. Go to stylists, let them do the styling for you. And I say this in 2024 because we are beginning to have hairstylists that can actually style natural hair. We are beginning to see more hairstylists that can handle natural hair well. So if you have that, or if you can get access to that, that's great. If you can't, then just look for one or two styling methods that you can learn and try. Once again, this is not about restricting you to only styling your natural hair, but it's about promoting Black women wearing their hair comfortably without it being power to the Black people or without it being any sort of activist movement. We should be able to style our hair and love our hair and embrace our hair without having to defend anything. Oh, natural hair isn't soft. Natural hair cannot give you the soft life you want. Listen, guys, of recent, yes, we saw SheraSeven's video about that, but it's not just a video, you know. This has been ongoing for a while. I shared with you guys in my past video about a pastor also saying this. She's a Nigerian pastor also saying the same thing. Like, oh, girls, put on your wigs if you want to attract a good man. Listen, guys, when I see videos like that, I don't exactly term them as hateful videos. However, those videos are promoting the same stereotypes that we've been trying to undo, that we've been trying to break down, because these stereotypes are simply not true. They simply do not have to be the reality of Black women as of today or moving forward. And when people like that make those statements, for example, let's talk specifically about SheraSeven's video, because I saw the video. When I saw it was trending, I went to check out the video to just understand the context, because I really don't know SheraSeven as, you know, as an influencer, as a creator. I don't see her videos. So this was the first time I actually went to watch a video to just understand the context and to understand, you know, our opinion. What I noticed is she was sharing her opinion based on her values, based on what she preaches on her channel, based on her brand. You know, it's about getting the bag, not the man. It's about getting the money, not being emotional with the man, you know? So if wigs are going to get you the money, go for it, because that is the standard of beauty. That is the universal standard of beauty. So these were some of the comments that she made under that video, which I am not here to hate on. I have no issues with her. She's addressing her audience, which I am not part of her audience. So that's something I want to first clarify. If she's not speaking to you based on your value system, you don't have anything to do with that video or a comment or whatever the case is. She's speaking directly to people that share the same values with her. But what I don't appreciate about such a comment, the comment is about obviously people that have curly hair, textured hair, right? Black women have curly hair, textured hair, most Black women. So when comments come through like that, that obviously promotes the same negative stereotypes that we're trying to dismantle, it's not very helpful to the community. It's not helpful in any way. And when she says, oh, this is the reality, just suck up to it, it is what it is, that's the beauty standard. Listen, guys, the beauty standard is constantly evolving. These standards are not static. They are very much dynamic and they are constantly evolving. If you say that's the way the world works, stick up. If you tell people that's the way the world works, there's nothing you can do about it, just get used to it, accept it for what it is. Well, that's not true. One side of the story. Because guess what? There's a lot of things where the way the world worked, but they changed. Okay? We are constantly changing. Our society is constantly changing. And when it comes to things like this, things that comes with like just the natural, common sense, human rights or human features, like skin tone, hair, it is bound to change. The standards are bound to change. There was a time back where women couldn't vote. But guess what? That changed because a group of women woke up one day and said, this has to change. There was a time where women couldn't, black people couldn't swim. They couldn't swim in the swimming pool. But guess what? People came up and said, this has to change because it makes no sense. And then it changed. There was a time, even just recently, we had a new law come into place against black hair discrimination in schools, black hair discrimination in workplace. Because people come together and say, this makes no sense, it has to change. So the society, even though that's how it works, is bound to change. Okay? Stereotypes are bound to be broken. They can be broken. And this is one of those stereotypes that the natural hair community is trying to break. Telling women that their hair is not pretty enough to attract a good quality man is a stereotype that has to change. Or telling women, or just pushing this narrative that having curly or textured hair will not get you the bag. First of all, let's talk about getting the bag. Let's talk about getting the bag. When it comes to getting a high value man or, getting rich, having that dream life, that soft life, I've made a video about how your natural hair can literally be a pretty privilege, can literally open the gates of opportunities for you. I've made about 2-3 videos on that, so you guys can check that out. You guys can check that out for more information. But your natural hair can never, should never, will never be a deal breaker to attracting a man that truly is meant for you. A man that truly values what you value. A man that is supposed to be your dream man. You wouldn't have everything a man wants, and because you have curly hair, and the man will say, oh, she has curly hair. I can't wake up and sleep next to someone with a curly hair. No, that's a deal breaker. Yeah, anybody can come and say anything to make you feel good or tell you anything that they feel like you want to hear. But like people that actually believe this, do you think that is sustainable? Do you think a man that has built his wealth, that has built himself, a high value man? Now, let's even break down the definition of high value man. Let me come here and come on Google and break down the definition of high value man. So according to Google, okay, in a relationship now, high value man is confident, emotionally intelligent, and understands the importance of high standards. He knows what he wants, respects others, and brings out the best in his partner. High value men are self-aware, emotionally mature, and take pride in their purpose in life. If this is the definition of high value man, do you actually think your kinky curly hair will be a deal breaker for that man? A man that has sense, not just wealth, because people talk about high value men as if it's only the wealth. Well, I feel like everyone has their own definition of high value man, and there's this other definition of high value man on this website where I'm reading, and it's like, oh, a high value man has to have 6-figure income consistently for at least 3 years in a row. He has to be like an alpha man, that kind of vibe. Look, everyone can define what high value man means to them. But the bottom line here is for you to attract a man of quality, a man of opulence, a man that is able to take care of you, at least is able to give you a better life, is higher than you in terms of life experience and, assets and all of that. Let me tell you, the man who is meant for you, the man who's going to value you, that man who's going to have sense enough to take care of you and to love you and to give you that dream life that you want, is not going to be one that would run away because you have kinky curly hair. It's just not it. It's not how it works. And if you feel like, oh, you can deceive him, put on the wig, get the diamond ring, and then marry him, and hey, once you marry him, there's nothing he can do because now you can wear your natural hair, or you can sleep and wake up in your natural hair. It doesn't work that way. Marriage is not the final answer, okay? If a man doesn't want you, he's not going to want you any day, anytime, even when he's married to you. Marriage is bound to evolve, okay? Relationships evolve. And when it comes to marriage, it's a risk. Either you have natural hair and you attract a man, or you don't wear your natural hair and you attract a man. There's no guarantee that your marriage will be happy ever after. There's no guarantee that it will stay the same. So if you think you're going to use the wig to attract the man and get the bag, it's not that black and white, okay? So let's not lie to ourselves. And personally, I say, based on my values, I wouldn't want to live with a man that can't see me in my natural hair. I can't do that if I truly want to marry a man. When I chose to marry my husband, I was already wearing my natural hair in our dating phase. So he already saw my natural hair. I wore wigs, I wore weaves, I wore braids, everything. I also wore my natural kinky hair. So this is something I'm saying because I don't want us to just continuously, sell this lie to ourselves like, oh, your natural hair is so problematic to the point that it can't attract a high-value man. A high-value man is going to appreciate a woman with confidence. And we're not just talking about a man with money. We're talking about a man that comes as a complete package. There's no perfect person out there, but a man that at least has sense with the money. So let's not lie to each other regarding all of these things. And when it comes to high-value men, I also feel like some people overrate these things or overestimate these things. I don't know what's the right word now, but I've met a colleague, and she was like, you know what, I'm not really into all this talk about high value men. I just want a man that earns more than me or earns equally to me, is going to take up the bills at least 50% or more, and is going to take good care of me and my kids. I just want a man that can respect me, has his head on his shoulders, has the values I want. I don't really care if he's earning millions. I don't really care. As long as he's earning good enough, that's enough for me. So I feel like we sometimes overrate, or, we have this expectation. But let me not get too much into that anyways. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your take on high value men, wearing wigs and weaves, especially straight hair to get the man, to get the bag, not the man, get the bag in terms of let's just go get him to commit to a relationship, get that marriage certificate, and then you can be free afterwards. Let me know your take on that. Let me also know your take on, natural hair being soft and glam, natural hair being soft in terms of the texture. Is this something that you feel like, you've been able to get your natural hair to a soft phase? Because natural hair is soft when it's moisturized. It's usually harder when it's not moisturized. So that's just, for me, that's what I feel. But let me know your take on that. Do you find that your natural hair is very difficult to maintain even when it's moisturized and well taken care of? Or even when it's styled properly? Or do you also find that your natural hair is constantly attracting negative things, is not attracting your dream life, is not attracting the people you want in your life? Do you feel like that's your situation, that's your experience? Because that's not my experience. That has not been my experience. So let me know if that's been your experience. This is no judgment zone. Once again, even me talking about this or referring to SheraSeven's video is not me trying to drag her down or drag her content down. I'm just here to really talk about that stereotype in itself. Okay? So please don't leave any hateful comments regarding, SheraSeven or any other person, any other creator here, because we don't need that kind of energy in the comments. Just let me know your experience in general. Let me know your take in general. Let's keep the comments section very engaging. Still on this take on this is how the world works, suck up to it. It's whatever. You can't change the standards. Even celebrities understand that. That's why most of them have, all these wigs on. Celebrities are celebrities. They are meant to perform. They are meant to make us feel a certain way. They are meant to make us aspire to their lifestyle. They are not necessarily relatable. When they need to perform, they perform. And the question is, are you a celebrity? Are you constantly performing in your day-to-day life that you cannot wear your natural hair? And I'm not talking about just wearing your natural hair to the market. Wearing your natural hair to the party is part of it, because even some of these celebrities still wear their natural hair out to events. When you compare people in their day-to-day lives with celebrities, it's not practical. It's not real. We need to be able to detach what is real from what's not. Please don't be fooled that your natural hair in real life, you and I, that your natural hair is going to be that deal breaker. It's going to be that repellent towards you achieving your dream life. And when it comes to women focusing on men, focusing on having this high value man that will come and sweep you off your feet and give you that dream life, I have to say I can't relate. I can't relate because my value system is not based on I need a man to survive. That's not my value system. I like to have a man. I have a man. I want a man. Of course, it's nice. That's me. Not everyone wants a man. Not everyone believes that they need a man to survive. Because we're in 2024. There's so many opportunities for women to be able to survive. We're talking financially, to be able to thrive, not just survive, but thrive financially. So if you constantly feel like you need a man to survive, you need a man to thrive, you need a man to give you that dream life, of course, that's when you begin to listen to advices like that. But I feel like it's very important for women to embrace this mindset that they can make it in life without having to succumb to a man that doesn't like you or doesn't like a part of you just because you feel like you need him or you need his money to survive. That's not the kind of value, that's not the kind of life that I want to build for myself. But I can only speak for myself. You can speak for yourself. And that is why even as a woman, I try to hustle because I'm also trying to build my own dream life. Yes, I'm going to accept all the blessings that come with being in a marriage and comes with having a partner that can take good care of me, but I also want to have my own thing. I also want to be able to build some level of independence. Yeah, YouTube is part of my hustle, guys. It is definitely part of my hustle. And I really appreciate every single person that has been supportive of this community, of this channel, because honestly, it's not just about putting out videos or showing up or making some YouTube coins here and there. It's really about the impact for me. That's number one on my priority list. And I really appreciate every single person that has been, a part of this community, engaging with our videos, engaging with the community, dropping tips here and there, dropping their experiences. It feels like we're not alone in this. It feels like, yes, we can learn, we can expand, we can grow, we can think differently. And that's just so beautiful to see. I love how positive and classy this community is. Thank you so much, guys. In fact, we're almost at 10K. Can you believe it? We're almost at 10K. Thank you so much, guys. And I really appreciate it. I also launched a channel membership recently. If you guys want to join the channel membership, that will mean a lot. If you don't want to join, that's fine. But the membership comes with some perks. So you can check it out and join the channel membership right here on YouTube. I also have a one-on-one booking call. If you want to chat with me, especially coming September, I have a lot more time on my schedule. So if you guys want to chat with me, you want to talk about, beauty tips here and there, skin and hair, or you want to talk about content creation journey, feel free to book a call. I'm here for you. But honestly, guys, I just really appreciate every single contribution that you guys have been putting in this community. Every single comment, every single engagement, every single likes, shares, it does go a long way. And I'm so grateful and I'm rooting for you. Look, we've passed that stage, okay? We've passed that stage where we feel like we need to suppress our blackness to be able to survive. We've passed that stage, yo. What have no, tell me, what have we been doing all this while? What have our mothers, our grandmoms, our ancestors, what's the work they've been doing? What is the work we've been doing all this while? So are you going to tell me that all that progress that we've made, we're going to start moving backwards and saying because of these black features, we cannot attract our dream life? We need to stay where we are told to stay. We need to... No. There's progress. Standard of beauty is bound to change. As we can see, there's progress in the diversity in the standard of beauty. We are seeing progress. And for me, I like to go where I'm appreciated. I like to go where I'm valued. That's what I do. If there's no table, I create a table for myself. So create a table for yourself, go where you're valued and appreciated, and please don't let anyone give you this limiting beliefs that because you have black features that you're proud of and that you showcase, you cannot live your dream life or attract your dream self. On that note, I'll be ending this video because I want to keep it short and sweet. Let me know your thoughts and comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. But until then, keep shining. Bye, guys.